Hey guys, this is November the 4th. It's time to do a little bit more coon hunting. I've got my dogs, Molly and Ranger, and my two puppies, Jedi and Kate. They're Baylor bred dogs out of Baylor's Gravedigger and Martinsville Gabby. Of course, she's out of Baylor's Gabby, and I'm going to get my dog to Pathfinder collars on them. It's a nice, good, warm night. I'd say it's in the high 40s. Hopefully we can get out and get us some coons treed up. Let's get the collars on them and get in the woods. Molly's about 700 yards away right now. This pup didn't go hunting. I'm going to put him back in the truck and try to drive a little closer to her. All right, guys, Molly is half a mile away. I can't drive any closer, so I'm going to head that way to her. I can't hear her barking or nothing. I'm going to get this pup out and walk that way, and maybe she'll be treed when I get there. Well, me and this pup was on a half-mile trip. Like I said, I don't know if Molly's treed, and I can't hear her. She's too far away. If she was treed, I couldn't hear her. And this is the only way I know to get closer. I've probably walked about 500 yards now. I can hear Molly up this holler here running. She's not treed yet. At least I got to where I could hear her. Well, I crossed the creek back there about 700 yards, and my pup went a different direction. So he's about 700 yards behind me. I hear him barking a little bit back there. Maybe he'll catch up, I don't know. I'll get him on the way back if he don't. I'm looking at my Pathfinder here. Molly is 566 yards. I've already walked probably 600 yards. So it's about a 1,200 yard trip one way. Well, I'm sitting here listening to Molly run this track. She's about 600 yards from me or so. I'm sitting down here on the main creek. Big, deep holler. Like I said, I probably already walked 600-700 yards, so she's really in here. But she ain't treed, so I'm gonna sit here and wait on her to tree and head on in. There it is, guys. Molly's 487 yards. She is treed. My pup's 837 yards. Back the way I came. I'm gonna head on in here to her, and hopefully we can harvest this coon. Boy, she's really hammering down in there. Hopefully there ain't too many leaves on the trees. A lot of the leaves have fell off, but a lot of the leaves are still on. Hopefully we can get in here and find the coon pretty quick. It's a pretty good long trip in here. I mean, it's a long trip back. I'm probably 200 yards from her now. I'm down here where the big main creek meets another creek. I can't tell whether she's on this side or the other one. Here's a good place to cross if there ever was any. Oh, there's a deep hole there. Good thing I got on these big Dan's Frogger boots. She's happy to see me. I'm gonna get back and see if I can find it. Get this red light on and do a little squall. All right, boys, I see its eyes are looking down here at me. I'm gonna get the gun and try to knock it out here. That hit it, boys. Here he comes. Well, she deserved that one. She really got down and grubbed that up. I'll look back at the truck here in a minute to see how far we actually walked. I wish that pup was with me. Glad to get in here and find it. I just turned the terrain view on my Dr. Pathfinder here. You can see all the hollers and valleys. I walked all the way up this creek. The truck is 0.71. That's right 3/4 of a mile away. Well, I'm getting ready to get Ranger and Kate out. Get some Dr. Pathfinder collars on them. Get them turned loose. Guys, Ranger just got struck in there at 141 yards. Kate is 118. She's heading in there to him. It's a good sign for a 5-month-old pup. Guys, that didn't take 5 minutes. He's 145 yards. He's treed. Kate's down there 130 yards. I'm going to walk in there to him. Guys, Ranger is probably another 100 yards in here. I'm going to try to walk this cornfield around to him. Seems like he's down in there just a little bit off the field. Hopefully I can stand in the field and shine the tree. Looks like a lot of these trees still got leaves all over them. What a mess. He's on the other side of the fence. Big old tree. I'd say there's a hole in it somewhere. It's a mess. There's that pup. Where's it at, buddy? Where's it at, buddy? Up this little tree, this big one. This tree's hollow as it could be. It's a big den. You can see a hole right there in it. It could be on the outside somewhere, but it's such a daggone mess. I'll just soon get him and send him on. It's on the inside somewhere. Well, I'm going to get Ranger and Kate back out and try to tree another one that went pretty quick right to the den. I'd like to try to get them one out here. Well, I got them turned loose there. Ranger's 154 and Kate is 141. I'm happy to see her hunting. She's hanging right with him. Guys, Ranger just struck in at 234 yards. Kate's right behind him at 226. She's trying to keep up with him. But there she is, right behind him. Alright guys, I'm headed into Ranger. He treed 245 yards away. Kate's in there with him. I seen on the Pathfinder here where she had opened her mouth up, barked a little bit. The Pathfinder tells you as I was driving, I was watching it. I drove a little closer. And I'm gonna get through this little weed field here, over to the edge of the woods there. He's about in the middle of that patch of woods. I see Ranger a little bit now. See the pup down there. Too bad the tree wasn't on the side of the field where I could get back and shine it. There's a big hole right in the bottom of that tree. That's too bad, this pup going hunting like this. And 2 damn trees in a row. Well, that's 2 drops of Ranger, 2 dens in a row, and that's 2 times that this pup went hunting. This 3rd time I took it out. It's never seen a coon. I heard it open its mouth once on the first turn out, and then seen it on the Pathfinder app the 2nd time. Well, I'm headed over here to a place I've hunted to death. I'll be lucky to get a coon treat in here, but I've run out of places that I really got permission to hunt, so this is about the last one I got to go to. I'm gonna turn Ranger loose over there again. Molly done had a coon. I'd like to get him one and get that female pup one. She's hunting good, so I'm gonna give her one more shot. All right, guys, 3rd time's a charm. Well, I got them turned loose. Ranger is 336 yards and Kate is 268. They got to the bottom of the hill here. Ranger took off up the holler. And Kate's still doing something down here at the bottom of the hill. Maybe she'll end up going toward him, I don't know. Ranger's now 505 yards and Kate's 40 yards. She's coming back to me. He's got away from her. Ranger just got struck in there at 464 yards. Kate heard him open up. She acts like she's going to heading there to him. She's 102 yards headed that way. Guys, Ranger just treed there at 459 yards. I'm going to head in there to him. Kate's 144 heading that way. Hopefully she'll be in there when I get there. Guys, I've made it to Ranger's tree here. It's full of leaves. I'm going to do a little squalling and see if I can find it. Hopefully I can get it to look. There couldn't be any more leaves up in this tree. I've squalled. It ain't looking, so I'm gonna have to just find it. I hope I can. Guys, I've shined this tree here. If it ain't gonna look, or these leaves don't just fall off all of a sudden, I just ain't gonna find it. Things just ain't working out. I'm gonna get him and get out of here.